Okay, let's look. Okay, I kind of get the gist of what's happening right now. People are kind of upset. There was why is this? What is this Pyromancer reaction somebody put in my Discord? What is this? Pyromancer hates the Final Fantasy 14 community outrage. What is this? Oh, it's not available. Okay, I don't love it, but I want to know what Pyromancer is a big person in this community, and I know he's known for the rants and stuff for WoW and all that stuff. I want to see what he thinks about this. He's apologizing. Did he apologize? Oh my god, what the fuck? By the way, guys, this is what Twitch. This is the Twitch meta. This is me reacting to Asmongold reacting to another reaction video of Pyromancer freaking out. Did anybody watch this? Somebody linked it in my Discord, but it's obviously taken down now. If I make a video off of this, this is the part where it's going to get demonetized, isn't it?
Okay.
That is from Pyromancer.
Epic gamer moment.
What a fucking intro.
Definitely inferior when we're talking about the capabilities of the console. Yeah, it is. That doesn't make the people inferior, but that's what people infer from it. No question mark? Yes question mark? Yes question mark? Yes. Console's better IMO? Right. Okay, right. Said no one fucking ever who sat down in front of a 165 hertz screen. No one in the history of the universe has ever sat down and played at 165 FPS and then said, I want to go back to 30. You're fucking full of shit, dude.
Whoa.
You're so full of shit. I came over and gave the game a chance and learned to love it and fell in love with it. It's just like, I just don't...
He's going on console?
The logic just is not computing in my brain, dude. I can't connect my wires with what you're saying. I can't...
What is this editing?
I can't find the logic and reason in what you're saying. Commutes are vastly different than a console preference. It's not one-to-one. Ban this fucking idiot, dude. Fucking ban that idiot.
Get him out of here.
Yep. Out of here, man.
There we go.
Fucking ban him.
I love it.
But he is right. Why ban him? Oh my god, dude. I can't believe it.
Ban him too.
I can't believe.
Ban him too.
People don't agree with me. Ban them all.
There we go.
Guys, it's not about the fact
Mad
that they're
King.
not agreeing.
Let's go.
You guys are such low fucking IQ, dude.
Yeah,
Look at
true.
your dumb ass remarks in the chat, bro. They don't agree with me. Oh, I gotta ban them. That's not why they're getting banned, you fucking idiot.
Yep.
Wow.
Pyromancer is the only smart person on the internet. We're all retards compared to him. Look, dude, I'm not gonna say that word. I wish you wouldn't have said that because we don't say that word here on Twitch. Thank you, sir. Enjoy your ban. But with that being said...
Oh, no, all right. That's one thing I'll stop you on. Well, if you don't like people saying the word, just blacklist it in your chat. Then nobody will be able to say it.
If you're gonna act like a fucking idiot, maybe expect to get treated like a fucking idiot. Maybe if you're not gonna stop and think before what you say, get what the fuck you get when you say it.
There it is.
How about that?
Oh,
because that's exactly the way you guys treat me.
There it is. Yep.
You guys do that same shit to me.
My god, bro.
So don't pull that fucking double standard bullshit where you try to turn it around because I have to sit here and fucking have to listen to all you and all your bullshit.
That's true.
And as soon as I decide I don't want this fuckface in my chat anymore, now I'm the bad guy because I've taken control of who I want in my stream and who I don't.
Be a man. Ban them.
Idiots, man.
Fuck them.
You're such fucking idiots.
True.
No, but we gotta
I
take
know.
it a step further.
Can you imagine this is hilarious as Asmon egging him on? Dude, I was just thinking about that exact same thing. Can you imagine if Asmon was like behind him being like, fuck yeah, go, get him out. Dude, get him out. Yeah, fuck yeah, keep doing that. That's Twitch meta, baby. You know, it's just on him, just behind him.
All right, let's go.
We gotta really piss Pyro off and then sit here and poke him in the chat and fucking type wham.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Rage in the chat because that's all we're good for. That's what our life amounts to.
Here we go.
Is sitting in Twitch chat and fucking sitting there and waiting for Pyro to get mad so that you can poke him with a stick.
Yep.
Get a fucking life, dude.
Oh
I gotta say, like, this is just like the biggest mistake you can ever make.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yep. He's a big streamer, dude.
Whenever a chicken starts to bleed, all the other chickens go around that chicken and they peck the bleeding spot until the chicken that's bleeding is dead.
Wait, what? Did chickens do that? Peck. I never heard of this expression. Oh my god, that's fucking true, bro. It's true. Red skin and blood naturally draw attention. Instinct urges them to peck at red marks as chickens find the taste of blood rewarding. Soon, many chickens may be pecking at the wounds at one bird. This leads to cannibalism, not as a predatory or aggressive act, but as a response to the lure of blood. What the fuck? Chickens are fucked. They're fucked in the head. That's fucked. Asmongold, you're full of knowledge, man. I had no idea that the chickens were actually this fucking fucked up in the head. Even though their brains are tiny, they do this. The chickens that we eat, they're bloodthirsty motherfuckers. I will never be vegetarian ever again, bruh. Fuck that. That's stupid.
The solution to that, don't bleed. That's a pecking party. That's right.
What?
Don't bleed. If you have people that get you pissed off, that make you mad, the best thing that you can do.
This is good advice, by the way.
Never show weakness. Never, ever.
It sucks,
ever
right?
Show weakness.
Because
never get mad.
it sucks, but this is the reality, right?
People can make you mad because they have control over you, man. That's what it is.
We were saying pop your cooldowns in the chat. Just don't bleed,
like
lol.
This, but you mauled constantly. Guys, I think you should brush your teeth every day. I actually, to be fair, I do that. Guys, I think you should go to bed at a reasonable
But doesn't shower every day.
so
Asmund, he who never showers, he brushes his teeth though.
Today's the worst stream I've ever had on Final
Holy
Fantasy.
shit, bro.
The worst.
This is the worst stream you've had on Final Fantasy so far.
Fun ever, dude. And I know part of it is because of my attitude. I know that I am fucking. I get heated, bro.
Yeah,
I swear.
Yep,
I can be short and condescending. All right.
Yep, I do the same thing.
You know that.
Yep.
But so has everybody else the whole time. Pyro mad about the 10 assholes in chat out of 1,800 people. Nope.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Pyro, don't hide it. That's what it is. Like I do the same thing. There'll be like 6 people in chat. I'll be like, you guys agree? And everyone's like, yes. There's one guy who's like, no. I'm like, man, fuck you, bitch. Okay, so you guys don't agree. All right. Well, here, let me explain.
It's
it
the
another
chat.
way. And
I mean, it is.
Paint, I make another graph, right? Like, it's just that's just what happens.
Dude, like
right?
before
it's just what
shit
happens.
blows up like this.
Yeah, it's just I feel bad for Pyro.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I do the same stuff, but like I guess like people don't pop off on me as much, but they don't get mad as much about me at it or whatever. Like here's a Asmon gamer moment. Exactly. Yeah, I do the same stuff. No, you don't.
Gamer.
I think the difference with me is that like what I've learned to do is that eventually whenever I figure like I've hit the like we've gone in circles 7 times now, right?
Hey Reed, what's up? We're just catching up with the Final Fantasy 14 community. Like what's been happening. We just caught up with the third party thing with Yoshi P and all that stuff. What people's thoughts about it, why people are mad, and we kind of dissected it. And now we're catching up with Pyro's ginormous meltdown.
Do you not understand that I'm mad at you when you make comments like that? You're winding yourself up over a UI.
Yep.
I can't handle you guys. You guys need to fucking literally go out and interact with real fucking people and have real fucking interactions and real conversations and real stuff.
I don't think it's fair for me to ask you to go through my entire library to find the context to which that we're about to discuss. So the TLDR is, for the longest time, especially since Pyromancer came into Final Fantasy XIV,
there is some validity in what he's saying, right? Is that a lot of people get pressed and mad. Like you see this in ban appeals, for example.
Yep.
Some guy just like randomly pops off because I said something like, cat girls are hotter than bunny girls, and he's like, I can't believe.
Wait, this is a 30-minute video on this? Oh my god, dude.
And you know this, which by the way,
No, sorry.
That you either leave the stream or you shut the fuck up and watch it. That's the only 2 options. That's the only 2 options. That's it.
My god, dude, people are freaking out over this, bro. Oh,
Especially
this is
about-
Ginger Prime is work to game. I didn't know that. I know work to game. I didn't know Ginger Prime was here. That's him. Oh, I didn't know that.
the YouTube copyright system and essentially what actually has transpired in the last like 12 hours. Now, the video that got striked is the source video that I used.
Because
to
it's
reference.
exhausting.
So currently, my video is still up. I expect that that's going to remain the case. I feel like it falls completely under the fair use terms, especially because the clips are edited down. But what ends up costing, I think, the viewer in this case is legitimately the full context of the source video. Now, Pyromancer has rights to the original video, like it's his and it was uploaded. But the question is, and I reached out to Pyro, I haven't.
My
yet
God,
heard back.
what the
If I
fuck
can
is
hear back,
happening?
I'll happily for that. You guys haven't seen. We've also
So this he's at question. that Pyro took down the video that we were just reacting to. We were reacting to Asmongold's reaction to originally Ginger Prime, which is this guy. He made a video on that, and apparently Pyro copyright struck his video. Then hold on, we gotta go through the reactions central, bruh. Oh, yeah. So this is analysis. So this is within fair use. Just want to make him mad. That's true. That's very true. He's gotten. I think he's gotten bitter. Bigger. Sorry, not bitter. I think he's gotten bigger or something like that. But yeah, but it's because he's had meltdowns and rants towards WoW and all that stuff too. That's the reason why they watch him. Yeah, and I think today they just took advantage of it. And I think after Pyromancer had calmed down, chilled, and all that stuff. Because like obviously in this rant, we haven't seen all of it because it's been deleted or he's been abused the system, all that stuff. I think he realized that as he calmed down, it was like he shouldn't be openly saying that like it's all Final Fantasy. It's the community sucks, shit like that. It's the worst, whatever. And that's what Asmongold's kind of saying. It's just the way. My God, dude, what the fuck? That's right. I just want to see. So because I'm gonna skip through this. Asmongold has good insights here and stuff like that. But I'm gonna skip through this because I want to see what video. Because this is a new piece that's been happening, right? Like this video doesn't exist anymore. And this is within the fair use of YouTube as well. And your own analysis, your reactions, kind of like adding your own piece. This is within fair use on YouTube. But it's this video isn't here anymore. And that's Pyro taking advantage of the YouTube copyright system. That's pretty much it. And that's what this video is on. I'm going to skip through and I'm going to see what else the video actually had and what he said towards Pyromancer, that maybe we can get a picture of why he took it down. This is him like redoing the reaction and making sure that he's on screen. This is what's happening. Like to even make sure that he doesn't take advantage of this again. This is his reaction and talking about it all over again to make sure that Ginger Prime, our main character here in this channel, he's there just to make sure that he doesn't get copyright stricken yet again. What the fuck, man? Is it actually just him talking about it again? Yeah, it's him just reiterating the points that he talked about already. This is an apology. Hey, this is the end of the saga of the Pyromancer drama, so we'll do this.
You guys enjoy this clip.
About World of Warcraft, I get defensive because it's not true. And so it's hypocritical of me to make any kind of blanket statement about the FF community. And I think in my anger yesterday, I did that. And so I would like to apologize for that.
Okay.
Because you guys are not that. You know, most of the people that I have interacted with are not this. Like, this is really weird. And I think that I feel just sort of blind.
Same day? Is this the same day? He's wearing the same sweatshirt. I mean, you can wear the same jumper all over, but
excited by the gravity,
he's wearing the same jumper.
Insanity of what has happened. You know what I mean? And again, I think it's I think it comes to me being just too sensitive to people criticizing me or me thinking they're criticizing me and feeling like I need to defend myself or come up with some kind of way to make up for it immediately. And when I can't do it, I just get panicky and I get overwhelmed.
Wow. Okay.
And I just got to find a way for that not to be the case, man. I just got to find a way. I want to make this clear as well. Like, while there are some apologies mixed in with what I said today is not on the note of that name. Today is not an apology stream. Today is not me trying to suck up and you know, wallow in pity before the that you might dread me sucker. Like,
so this is the end of the saga for Pyromancer's freak out against the community and the HUD and all that stuff, right?
I actually
it seems like
to take responsibility for what I fucking said and
respect
the way that I
get
way
dude.
Too mad and act.
Respect.
But also give context to like my issue that is fucking that puts me there and how I struggle to get out of it. So that is what
that's fine. Okay, that's respect, dude. Fine.
And I hope that people understand that it's genuine because I don't have any reason to not be at this point. Like,
he didn't talk about the copyright strike.
All right, so we should always, kind of my first thought is applaud self-improvement.
Yeah.
We're not perfect.
Sure.
Nobody is perfect. Just because somebody puts themselves on camera doesn't also mean that they're going to be impervious to normal human stressors. And so a couple of the things that Pyromancer talks about through his entire, you know, apology, and also I would say it's not just a full apology because there's things that he apologized for, rightfully so, but there's also things that he doesn't need to apologize for, like essentially the 4chan, 5chan raids, the reporting, all the things that are kind of going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's
like,
kind of the
that's
fuck shit.
A lot of things
That's
that are
annoying.
going to add a lot of stress, and especially if you're live and you're getting fed reports from Twitch that people are kind of, you know, trying to get you in trouble. You know, because of whatever reason, because they decided that you're going to be their target for the day, like hopefully provides some context to it. Now he goes into a lot of detail, and when it comes down to it, when they start talking about, you know, his ADHD, like I said in my previous video, like I'm nowhere near qualified to talk about those kind of impacts. And I think he actually addresses.
I'm a healthcare professional. I'm an occupational therapist, and I have an understanding that ADHD, it's actually it's a self-regulation type of thing. I think everyone that has ADHD can resonate with this, that you're obviously you take medication and stuff for it and you manage it, but I think we all can agree that medication itself is not the forefront for it, in a sense that, like, in this society, people are so quick to jump to medication management that it's not what fixes it. With ADHD, it's a self-regulatory thing with your body and everything, and I'm sure Pyromancer has his own strategies and has his own ways to self-regulate his emotions, his body. But when you are in that state, the ADHD eggs you on more. So when you're mad, it's obviously when you're angry, it dysregulates you. But the fact that you have ADHD and it's a self-regulatory kind of disorder or condition, it makes it even worse. And so the fact that he does blow up like this, and that happens so often, is because of ADHD, or it's a strong factor, because ADHD is a condition that affects everyone differently. You can only talk about generalization for it, but it does impact his ability to regulate his emotions, how angry he gets, and to what extent that comes out of his mouth and stuff. And so I think it's a bit, obviously it's not an excuse to what he did or whatever he did for it, but I think it's worth considering for it and stuff. And it's great that Pyromancer is owning up to it per se, and props to him for taking responsibility, because you're still responsible for your actions regardless of it anyways. So
is the situation very beautifully. So I'd highly encourage you to go watch the full context of everything he says. I think it's worth your time. And again, link is below. But a couple other things, and essentially kind of this is just my you know, how I would essentially have approached the situation, because he talked about how using the tools available to him, you know, to protect himself. And he goes into the fact that, like,
defensive,
Facebook, you know, they found his Facebook page, because when he did do the strike on that original video, it did show his name. So while there's more than one person in the world with this name, they did find his Facebook, and that's not anything that we should applaud. That's not anything that we should celebrate at all. Everybody has their right to privacy, even if they're in the public and being kind of an entertainer in the terms
defamation
of,
or whatever,
streaming.
right? I think is part of it. I don't know.
You know, a little bit on that regard.
I'm not a lawyer
So
or whatever.
He goes on to talk about obviously that level of stress and why he used those tools to protect himself. And I think essentially, like, how I would have handled that differently if he decides to listen to this video in any degree. I'm going to talk about a couple other things here just in a second, so you might want to stick around for that. But how I would have handled it is I would have actually then taken that clip, that moment, and actually uploaded it to my channel. Like, if, let's say that was me, my situation, and I would have labeled it something like not my best moment, and maybe I would have provided some context so that you guys had the full story. Because essentially what was happening is people were just obviously just re-uploading that clip in light that the fact that he was striking it down. So it was that Streisand effect completely you know, going against him in that regards, because I think there's something where if you want something hidden, or you know, you wish that you handled it better, but you go and say, hey, you know, don't post that. That's essentially where things blow up. Now, a lot of people also kind of assume that I was saying that he didn't have the right to, which goes against exactly what I said. No, he has every right to actually strike those videos. Those are his clips. They were not edited. They were not transformative. They weren't. People weren't putting opinions on them.
So he's talking about specifics of people just ripping it straight from his stream, adding nothing and all that stuff. That's what he's talking about. Just clarification.
They did not fall under fair use protection, and I don't know why, kind of like protection. The Fort Worth came out in me a little bit. So he had every right of it. And essentially what it ends up going against him, though, is that the look of it is that he's trying to keep people from seeing it. And essentially I would have, you know, like in my case, the best advice I would say is, like, you own the moment, right? Like, own it as a moment of, like, humanity in that regards. Yes, it's not your best. It's not the best look. But what he put on Twitch, I think, is such a better look. And to come back, you know, from a moment like that with a clear head and clear vision, to be able to kind of explain oneself, I think is a really good thing. And that's where in streaming, like, I don't, we tend to put people, who are, I guess, public on a pedestal. We tend to look at these numbers that are by people's names and say, oh, that means that, we like to build people up and then we love to knock them down. That's a weird social thing with society. In
Whoa, we're talking about society now, dude. Getting philosophical, Damani. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not an expert in that regard.
Society.
I'll
give you guys my thoughts on it, on that societal expectations and how we actually view things and perceive people and why we put things on pedestals and why we look at something as, minute as metrics and numbers and stuff like that to value somebody's worth and stuff. Damani says that he's into programming and all that stuff and he's qualified and everything. I like to say that I have a much better understanding in it, just to give you the background in it. And I have a degree in psychology. I'm a certified and practicing occupational therapist, so I have all those things. I can give you guys a little bit of insight of how it is, and it's not to demonize Damani, or it's not to demonize Pyromancer. It's almost like to provide like almost a little bit of context. But we'll watch the whole full apology video for it though to get my thoughts on it.
I'm gonna kind of
very
you just have to kind of weather the storm
and his thoughts and stuff. I really appreciate that, Brian.
Honestly,
awesome.
And the goal is that we should always root for people to want to be better and to be better. And I honestly also think that we want to believe people too. I think we live in this like the internet can easily.
He almost said, you hear that? He almost said, we live in a society.
That's so cynical really easily because
we live in a society
so formulaic in terms of how it all functions. And the thing is that the internet isn't a real place. Like the value.
Bro, how dare you? The internet is very real. How dare you? Anime is real.
For the value that we like, people let me know.
Okay, so all right, so I have a few things. So I know, you know what? Fuck yeah, dude. We're subbing to this guy. I like this guy. I like the fact that we get to catch up with the community as well. So I need to know this. I agree with a lot what Brian was saying. Made the reaction video, or he made like a analysis thing. Is basically what the time that's happening is that Pyromancer freaked out on the community because of all the things that was on fire. What happened was like the third party things, the bans happened during world first runs, shit like that. But also before that, the fact that like the housing market, that system didn't work at all. There was things happening with the glitch and all that stuff. And then also having those two things happen with the third party systems and the cracking down the bans, even on the first world first races for like the new ultimates and everything, everyone up in the air, housing market. The community was basically fucked. And at this point, Pyromancer was obviously keeping up with it and things are being toxic back and forth with it. It will bring out a lot of bullshit that's happening in his own life. But, obviously, Pyromancer's apology doesn't excuse for the fact his behavior that he attacked certain people in his chat. He banned multiple people. He was saying things and equating everything that was happening in the Final Fantasy, the people in his chat, saying the community as a whole is a dumpster fire. It sucks. It's so toxic. This is the worst stream I ever had. Everything in that regard. Worked a game. This guy actually made like a video. Like I said before, we already caught up. I think you guys, if I make this into a YouTube video, you'll see that I caught up with all the context that was happening. He made a reaction video saying like, holy shit, like this is what's happening. This is what Pyromancer did, blah, 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 within his fair rights and use in YouTube, right? So he made an analysis. The clips were there and all that stuff. In Pyromancer's defense, all the excerpts from his stream and stuff were getting clipped, raw, copy and pasted up into YouTube, and he was copyright claiming, which is within his right to do it. In the process, Brian made a video with the analysis with it. He copyright claimed it himself, which is actually in the wrong. Pyro's in the wrong there because it falls within the fair use part of the YouTube system, and that could be seen as him taking advantage of the fact that I'm a big boy, I'm big on this platform, all that stuff. Copyright taking it down. I like to say that like because he was swept up in all of this, trying to get those copy and paste videos out on those specific channels, I'd say I give the benefit of the doubt. We're all for self-improvement. We're all for positivity and all that stuff. I'd want to give him the benefit of the doubt that Pyro was just caught up into it and just trying to get those things out there, despite looking at that analysis video with Brian that did it. He just saw it. Fuck, it's there. Take it out. I don't like that. I think the suggestions that Brian was talking about in this Pyromancer apology about like if things ever happen again, that he should take responsibility for it and upload it for his own channel, his own sake, and talk about it and just apologize, almost using like a reacception of rewatching like him freaking out or one of his worst moments, trying to make it so like he owns all of it, because Pyromancer's apology, we just saw from this video that he takes ownership of it. And to Pyromancer's kudos and bravery and courage, I actually do want to say that he did disclose and has disclosed his anger issues, his mental health, the fact that he has ADHD, and the fact that he has a bit of anxiety, and he's seeing professional help for it. He did not have to do any of that. And I know Brian here didn't say that, but I said this earlier. I am qualified to comment on his ADHD, anxiety, self-regulation strategies and stuff. The defensiveness that comes from taking down these things as a public figure and everything, it makes things worse. The fact that he does have ADHD, anger issues, and all that makes his self-regulation and his clouded judgment and decisions, action, all that stuff, it makes it 10 times harder than the person that doesn't have these conditions. And that he falls on these strategies that just trying to keep him, or the fact that he feels safe and unattacked, going after these things, saying these things, all that stuff. That day, everything just didn't work. His strategies that self-regulate himself just didn't work. He blew up about it, said things he didn't mean, everything like that. That's why the apology exists the way it is today. We're all about the self-improvement part. We're all about becoming better people moving forward. I want to reiterate that. I don't fault you, Pyromancer. I don't fault anybody of all these things. Shit happens, bruh. It sucks that he got caught up in the moment, got caught up in the mess and everything like that. I think it's very courageous that he shared his mental health past, also what he's struggling with and what he's engaging with today. And I think everyone should just calm down. The community, seemingly enough, was on fire. With the third-party programs, the world first, the drama, the housing market, he just got caught up in it. I think all this should be left behind. It sucks. And that's it. That is the recap of the community. Jesus Christ. It took like 2 hours to recap what's happening. My God. Everything's on fire. Deep breaths. We'll all get past it. And hopefully Yoshi P and stuff will give us some answers about third-party programs. But the drama with the figureheads and all that stuff, hopefully it's all past us. We live in a society that we try to measure ourselves and other people, and we compare ourselves to others. Whether you like it or not, we always say don't do it, but everybody always tries to compare content creators, influencers, famous people, all that stuff as higher status and all that stuff. It's because we draw and we want to measure ourselves against these people. We look at numbers, we look at subscription counts, follower counts, all that stuff. We hate that it influences our brains so much, but the fact that it's there, the metrics are there, and that's what we measure ourselves with it. People's salaries, it's in our society everywhere. People's salaries, how many hours they work. But in this content creation space, how many subs do you have? How many followers do you have? How many average viewers do you have? How many blah, blah, blah. Is measures of success, and we think that these people should be better people than us at handling things. But the bottom line is, everyone's got stressors, dude. Everyone goes through shit. Everybody has to deal with a lot of things. There's always better ways to improve yourself, strategies to employ, things in that regard. And this is another instance. We just putting people up on a pedestal. I think we should stop it. I think we should just give them a break. It's very hard for us to actually put ourselves into that situation that Pyromancer was in. Honestly, maybe we all would have reacted the same way too, but we can only improve. That's it.